hello.
What's happening, fam?
What up?
What's going on? Little late. Listening to the neighbors talk about their drunk escapades. Very specifically, one of our neighbors, whose name shall not be named.
No.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Name shall not be named. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night.
Cheers.
The bar is open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg. And that is Beth. Hope you guys are having a good night. We got some funny shit to talk about. Oh.
Just
give everybody a couple minutes to get up on here. Get up in the house.
DJ Caleb. Okay, so you want to hear
got DJ Beth over there.
Want to hear the weirdest song? So I don't know a lot about the mind, right? Because I'm not a neurologist, but I feel like I must have dreams with songs in them.
Feel like a woman.
I do feel like a woman, but I woke up this morning singing the Oscar Mayer Baloney song. Do you remember it from like?
Oh, I remember Oscar Mayer
My
Baloney.
baloney has the first name, it's Oscar. My baloney has the second name, it's Mayer. I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, because Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA. Yeah, except I've sang it like 50,000 times today. I'm not kidding when I say that.
Okay, so is this
We're in a meeting. I started singing the Oscar Mayer song.
A Mandela effect thing? Is it MEYER or MAYER?
I have no idea. Nor do I care.
You just said MA. I think it's ME.
Well, you know what's really helpful?
The internets.
GTS it, baby.
Ruben said, I thought all women were mind readers. They are.
Nah.
Well, it's a woman's intuition.
MAYER.
MA?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I thought it was ME.
Don't doubt me.
I don't even know.
I know.
But that's okay.
That's why you have me.
We're just hanging out Wednesday night. Real quick. Top of the show.
Oh, I didn't open this and take a sip.
I'll have a follow up here in a second. What's going on, Davey? How you doing, man?
Homie.
Cheers.
Hey, Alex.
Eagle milk. On Friday, we're going to have Bill, who's currently in bed right now. Bill Schofield's going to join us just to shoot the shit.
Well, it is
hang out. We've got some cool shit coming out this weekend. We're finally going to have the Married Life shows drop on Saturday. So there'll be 10 episodes of that. They're like between 20 and
shit. You said that out loud so that I would have to do now.
You have to do Saturday. We've got one more to do. But there's going to be 10 episodes of that coming out. It's all sorts of shit, spans all different types of topics. So you don't have to be married to figure it out or to maybe take something, even if it's, I wouldn't say it's dating advice.
Maybe.
Could be.
But
it's from Beth and I, right?
It also is just funny sometimes.
Yeah, it's just funny. But Beth and I have made it for this long for some reason. Still question.
Because I am very patient.
So am I.
Negative ghostwriter. You're a pain in the ass.
Oh, really? We want to get into those stories now or wait for the shows to come out?
Do I look scared either way?
We're going to wait for the shows to come out. So there'll be 10 of those dropping on YouTube. And then also it'll take me a little while to upload everything. Of course, it'll probably be in the late afternoon, but also on iTunes, Spotify, all the places we normally drop all of our episodes. So hope you guys enjoy them. It's DJ said MEYER.
It's MAYER. I looked it up on.
See, that is a fucking Mandela effect thing.
Here, I will.
It's the Bernstein versus the Berenstein Bears bullshit. So we'll have him on there, or Bill Schofield from Neuter Nation Podcast on there.
Yeah, that everybody will feel better that I'm right.
That you're always
right. Or
right.
I'll feel better that everybody knows I'm right. I went to their website.
Oh, DJ said spell check fucked him. Yeah. It's all good though. Hey, we got catfished.
You can still show it.
We got media catfish. Did you know that? Okay, well, I can't see it.
Well, that's not my problem.
Oh, it's up at the very top. I can't read that. You fucking expect me to read that?
You so need to go to the eye doctor.
How can you read that?
How can I not read that?
Oh, that's my screen's this big. It's that big.
You can. How do you? I can read that even from here. I'm blind as a bat. Huh?
I'm like, I can't see that.
There's something wrong with you.
We got catfished by the media.
What do you mean?
You know what catfishing is?
Yeah, it's when you're not real. You lure someone.
So on Friday,
on false pretenses.
Friday, we talked about the Ukrainian guards on Snake Island, and we also talked about the ghost of Kiev, which I absolutely said I don't know anything about the Ghost of Kiev.
Oh, was that fake?
Kiev or whatever. Ghost of Kiev evidently ended up being just like some video game. Like, that's the thing. Like, I played Call of Duty, right? And those sorts of things. Like, they're that good, right? Where you see jets fighting, blah, blah, blah. It was pretty good. That one I was more like hesitant to. The Ukrainian guards on Snake Island, the audio is theoretically real, but all the people, all the soldiers and military survived.
They did?
So they didn't die.
Oh, good.
They were captured.
Oh, shit.
So,
It's just bad.
Well, not necessarily. Depends on the circumstances that you were captured, right? But it kind of brought to and everybody's talking about this. This isn't just me alone, right? Is just be more discerning. Those two stories were, they were glorious for the like purpose of the situation, right. Like what was happening, right? Beth and I were talking about this over dinner tonight.
Noodled. We got noodled.
We got noodled. We're not doing we're not eating after dinner. After
we ate early tonight.
We ate early. Got some Lord's chicken delivered.
Because I didn't feel like taking care of the grocery list this week.
Jess said it exactly right. The only thing I know about the Ukraine situation is I know nothing.
Yeah.
That is exactly right, right? So when it comes down to, and we should know this, right?
It's how tall tales are built.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's like us being more discerning about like what and it's not, hey, if you can show it or whatever. Now, like New York Times is confirming certain things and all these. It's like, do you even believe some of that?
I don't even believe some of them because they are notorious for A, getting it wrong, and B, making stuff up.
Right.
So I don't know that I trust them any better than I do.
So what are the sources we go to? You go to the general, but you cross-reference a shit ton of stuff, right? So I just wanted to say, it's like, I'm acknowledging that the last show, I was like, yep, this happened, whatever, and totally acknowledging that, well, it didn't those things didn't actually happen in all actuality.
Yeah.
Right? So it is what it is.
You want to know what's crazy? This weather.
Oh, real quick. Back to that story real quick.
Sure.
Not that story, but the conversation you and I were having is I don't feel bad for the governments. I feel bad for the people.
We were talking about that.
That's what I was saying. And that's why I think you get kind of hung up in some of these stories because you're like, good for the people. Mm-hmm. And when you see videos of like people waving flags or whatever, you want to have their backs because they're like us.
Well, they have no choice in the matter.
They don't have a choice.
Either side has no. The civilians on either side have no.
Don't
choice.
Have any choice. Right.
They go with,
and that's the fucked up part.
Hit myself with my
so
mom.
You go, okay, so what do you do? How do you support these people? Right. And you have like groups. I can't think of the name of the group that Tim Kennedy is part of, and Nick Palmachano and them. What's up, Gigi?
Gigi.
Somebody will put it out there. I just can't think of the name of it. But you go, okay, supporting those groups that are over there trying to provide humanitarian aid.
Right.
They're the same group that got 10 or 12 or 17,000 or whatever it was, people out of Afghanistan, right? Save our allies. Thank you, Logan. And they're over there doing that same work, trying to get
DJ,
people.
By the way.
It was Logan. DJ said it too. I didn't see that one.
And then Logan said it too.
So you go, okay, so how do you support those folks? And that's how you support them is through those types of channels, right? Channels that we absolutely know are legit.
Right.
And that's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get on the ground from people, images or video or whatever that's been vetted out that way. So it's just fucking tough, man. It's tough. So at the top,
well, there's a lot of stuff thrown at you on purpose from the media so that we are lost and confused.
Yeah.
Because they don't want us to see some of the comments that our leaders make when they make complete jackasses out of themselves. So they bring other bigger stories, whether they're real or not, because
what did this do? How did this change a narrative that's happening in the United States? Well,
what do you mean? Like
it changed the narrative about
the war itself.
Don't even worry about just the war is a narrative changer unto its own, right?
Right.
But I think everybody's like we got bamboozled.
I don't know. I don't know if you think about it, but I don't think that I even think about it like that because you've got to find the positive in it.
Stop thinking about COVID. What happened last night, the State of the Union address, which I put a picture up here.
I did not watch it.
I know.
I told you the only reason I kind of wanted to watch it so I could see his weird rambling
and shit like that. I've got a picture up here, and I'll show you. I'll explain it in a second. but it takes away from the current context of shit that's going on in the United States, right? The whatever failures or whatever you want to call them, right? The what's up, Javon? How you doing, man? The bullshit that's happening here. Inflation's going through the fucking roof again.
You know what?
Again. First time.
Well, it's going. It's continuing.
Right.
They're getting ready to raise it.
So what do? You distract.
Yeah. You. What's that? There's a word. There's in journalism. There's a word. There's a phrase for that, and I can't think of what it is right now.
Propaganda.
No, it's
propagandize.
But as a journalist major, you'd think I'd remember that. But
I was leaning on you for that one.
A really long time ago. But that's a true tactic.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
It's not new. I think it's just more exaggerated and used more often now.
And I think people, I know we are getting smarter about catching it, right? And understanding. And I think this was a lesson learned, honestly. It was like this past couple of days.
Like I was saying, I don't necessarily think that it's going to change people's mind about supporting Ukraine. Ukraine. Civilian, yeah. I think sometimes those stories are needed. Sometimes
those Lloyd said.
Yeah, that's another that's another term. But I think those stories are needed sometimes to keep the rally cries going.
Boost just the overall energy of those people.
Everybody involved.
Because if they're over there on this side of the Gibbs flying around fucking Ukraine, well, good for them because they need that kind of boost or whatnot. But so this is a quick meme. It's not even a meme.
Does she not look like a 4-year-old who's getting ready to be
wait until I show you the next one.
Oh no.
What the hell is the reaction from Nancy Pelosi to Biden talking about soldiers breathing?
Doesn't she look like she's getting
toxic smoke? No, she's doing this.
What's that?
She's rubbing her. I couldn't get the video to come over. She's rubbing her hands together like this, like a little fly. So there's like a million little memes popping up where they're like, this is what, when I leave my food out too long, what happens around my house. And she's just doing this weird little thing. And she's got these mouth kind of things happening.
What's the next picture?
I put her down here. Let me blow her up just for the people. Because she's going to stay up here the whole night. She's going to be on the show.
I don't want to look at her all night long.
You won't have to look at her. She's going to be down in the corner.
Praying mantis, Julia said.
Isn't that creepy? I don't know what the fuck that is. So anyway, can you see it, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to tuck her back down in the corner.
How much Botox?
She's the new leading Jesus.
How much Botox and filler do you think that bitch got in her?
All of it.
Yeah.
She's the new leaning Jesus.
She has no wrinkles and she's how old?
So, anytime
70s?
She's 80 fucking 6'5" or something.
No, she's not that old.
Yeah. Google that shit. She's like 85 or something.
Somebody will tell us in the
Somebody will tell us.
But
handful of martinis. I think on Drinking Bros today they said, yeah, she's all hopped up on Adderall. Because she was just like hopping up and down. 81 DJ said. She was all hopping up and down.
She has not a single wrinkle.
She's got a shit ton of them.
Well, okay, so they probably Photoshop some of them out, but
you can pack on a lot of mud.
Okay, so for how old she is, she should have a turkey neck.
Well, she kind of has a little one.
She's had several tucks.
She's had a lot of tucks. She's had a lot of tucks. So
I guess I shouldn't complain. Let's hope I look that good at 81.
So Nancy's just going to hang out in the corner today.
She's the leaning Jesus. For those of you guys that
I was trying to Photoshop it. I just didn't have time to like actual Photoshop it out. That's why it's just cropped. Where she's just going to pop in.
Was it Dina that
she's going to pop in from now on up?
It was Dina, right, that originally sent us that.
I think so. And I used
Jesus
it
around the corner.
Yeah. So she's the new leaning Jesus.
There's a story behind that, guys. But so the weather is kind of crazy, huh? Went from freezing this time last week
to beautiful today,
76 degrees today, and I'm actually hot in a long sleeve shirt.
It was awesome. You've been walking around the neighborhood. How far did you walk?
Not very far. About 1.75 miles, 1.75 miles, 1.75 miles. Huh? I had shit to do.
Gave up on life.
Yes, I gave up on life, Gregory.
It's okay. I didn't work out today.
I know.
I drank beer instead.
I know.
Stop it. I still got a great chest.
Kidding.
Stop it.
I'm kidding. You look
my 45-year-old.
You're fantastic. Age. You look fantastic. I tell you that all the time.
You do not.
I do too. You're going to tell me,
honey, you're hot. You never said that once to me.
Nor have you.
In like 20 years.
Nor have you.
Goddamn right I am when I'm smacking that ass.
Well, that's an action, not
We've
a
got a couple fun stories here real quick.
But I tell you, like on Saturday, I was like, you're very handsome, honey.
Oh, you did. That was very nice. I appreciate you.
You're a good looking man.
Thank you.
I like you still.
Thank you for that.
Most of the time. Sometimes there's probably one day altogether, probably like you 6 days out of a week and dislike you only 1 day out of a week.
Are you guys stressed at work?
That's hilarious.
Are you stressed at work, honey?
I'm sure she has a very leathery, if not leathery.
Words of affirmation are important, Jess. Agree.
Yes.
Look, you're funny looking. There goes your pencil.
I got it on my feet.
You've got monkey toes. I'm just kidding. Let me repeat that again. Do you get stressed a lot at work?
No.
No?
Sometimes, but not on a regular basis.
Stress no more. Because now we've got the jerk pod.
I'm sorry, what?
The jerk pod.
Because that makes me think of jerking off.
You're not wrong. Company offers employees masturbation breaks with work pods, wank pods.
Oh, they are just asking for people to have sex in there.
No, they're just telling you to go jerk off in it.
Well, but people are going to end up going in there together, and she'll be like, "I'll jerk you off." This
is the original like jerk booths. Like
who did this? And
tell you.
How are they sanitizing them?
That was my first fucking thought. I'm like, what if you're like a heavy?
What if you're an exploder?
What if you're a triple rope?
I mean, because sometimes I read my books and they're like, his solid rope flew feet in the air. And I'm like, ew, first of all, he's got a problem. And B, I mean, that's almost like going to, remember the first time.
Like, you trust the dude?
Remember the first time I went into the porn?
Or the girl?
I had to use people bed, so we went into that porn, like sex store.
Shop, yep.
And I had never seen, like, they really had places for videos. Yeah. And you took me back there, and immediately, I was like, do not fucking touch anything in this disgusting,
this is in San Francisco,
disgusting room. We need to get out of here now. That's what I would feel like about the, I mean,
is it self-cleaning? It just like hoses itself down. It's got a big air dryer. When you're the
10th person in for the day, what do you think that sucker smells like?
But these are in an office. I'll explain. An open-minded company is offering its employees the opportunity to masturbate during work hours. And they even offered custom built-in wank pods to help them out.
Wait, custom? Are they calling that a wank pod?
If they're calling them wank pods. I call it a jerk pod because...
Wow. What does it say? What company?
I'll tell you. The unusual work perk has been introduced by Strip Chat, an adult website and social network with 200 employees.
Oh, wait, they have an adult. Is it a porn? It's a porn company?
Yeah.
No, is it a porn company?
Well, they I don't know.
Yeah. Do they have something to do with sex?
Yeah, they're
because in my mind,
adult website.
If it was just a regular company, that's like sexual harassment waiting to happen.
Yeah, it's like,
hey, Betty, you want to go in the jerk pod with me?
Like Google.
Excuse me?
Expressing rooms is what Greg said. Gross.
Ew.
The unusual work perk has been introduced by Strip Chat, like I said, located within the brand's Cyprus office. The 4 high-tech pods will be kitted out with masturbatory accessories for the ultimate VR experience.
No, you should have to bring your own masturbatory accessories.
Hang on.
Ew.
Complete with an Oculus Quest VR headset and 4K LED screen to watch the X-rated films. After their construction is complete, the custom pods will appear as large black spheres with a chair inside for the user to sit back and relax in. Lucky employees will get to enjoy a 30-minute break to masturbate during work hours. As the company said, it aims to provide current and attract new employees with a safe, comfortable space to rub one out.
Wow.
Strip Chat is also offering other companies the opportunity to lease out its pods for $50,000 for 6 months.
So first of all, I have to say, what did you call masturbatorial tools? You never want to use that. So do they have a pocket pee in there that Junior just used and you hope he cleaned it out well and now you're putting it on your winky?
No, I don't think it's like a hose. It's not like you're in outer space.
I didn't say hose. I said a pocket pee.
Pocket pussy. You can say this is.
I'm trying to be a lady. I'm not drunk
Jesus,
tonight.
Come on.
It's not porn night. But you really should have saved this for Friday because this.
I know, but it's so much good for tonight.
When I've got a pretty good.
Do you hear my next story?
I just feel like you shouldn't provide the tools. You should have to bring your own damn tools, so that you take them home with you too. Because
after the next story,
some people are nasty ass, and just all they do is wipe it off with a Kleenex and don't sanitize it. Can you imagine?
Like no hand sanitizer, nothing.
No, they just wipe it off with a Kleenex.
Like,
you're like, yeah,
I'm at the gym and I wipe down. Like I don't
shut up, Craig.
Going into the gym, like I don't wipe the shit down. When I leave the machine, like the
I don't either. But when I leave, I
spray the shit out of it.
Right, but I don't go machine to machine.
I have faith in other people, but I also have an immune system, and I'm like, this one, I'm not going in.
No,
number one. But if I were to go in, I was like hard the fuck up, literally.
I mean, how hard do you have to be to need to? I mean, though I do know people that have told me
Okay, is there a social anxiety?
No, but I do know people that are like, sometimes when I work from home, I'm like, really? In the middle of your workday? And they're like, yeah, wait.
I got lunch, why not? But at this, what happens if you finish really quick and you're like in and out in like 30 seconds? You're like, whoa, goddamn.
Whoa, Junior, you need to do this a little bit more often.
Or you're like in there and you do it, you finish up and you just like take a nap. Because that happens sometimes. Like you get sleepy sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's
too quick. People are judging too long. People are like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Wait, you
got the ED.
Did he pop a pill?
So then they could start doing like Roman ads all over the place in that place. It's just like all over the wall.
No, that's why he's taking forever.
It's like Black Mirror.
Roman.
It's like Black Mirror. CryptChat is also having, I said, $50,000 a month, and including they can add a VIP subscription.
Oh,
fancy giving employees a new way to release tension.
I mean, okay. Why not just give them a sex room then and let them fuck?
I was just going to say that. Interesting thing, right? So at our company, we don't have these, obviously.
Right.
But we've got these relax pods. And
there's been some rumors that people have gotten busted in there.
So in Phoenix, we had some different ones. They had like a wall of plants.
They did. Well, they had their own little rooms too.
So every time we'd move to a different office, some new shit we'd come back to that office and something different would happen. Right. And then we came to here, to the San Antonio location.
Right.
And they had like pods where you could just like take a nap. And I was like, what in the fuck?
They do? Where?
On level 1H.
Oh, are you talking about those like egg shapes?
Yeah.
I've gone in there to like meditate.
I literally was like, people take fucking naps in here. And I whipped open one and somebody was like actually sleeping. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like,
baby, when the door is closed, I think it means it's used. It's in use.
I was like, who the fuck goes to the office and takes a nap? Number one. I mean, number two, who goes to the office and takes a fucking nap?
Let's be honest. When you and I first started dating and we were going out several nights a week, I would have, if there was a place that I could have taken a 35-minute nap, I would have taken a 35-minute nap.
Never took a nap.
I would have. I said
that shit out and you get your goddamn job done.
Because they say the best length of a nap is 20 minutes, so it's perfect for your break.
You think I'm going to take a 20-minute nap? No, I'm going to go to the gym like every other fucking normal person. I don't need to fucking nap.
I would nap.
No, you wouldn't. You went to the gym.
Sometimes. No, I never napped at work, but I'm not saying it's a new generational thing, honey. The young kids want to have
we're getting soft.
I agree, but every opportunity to do what they need to do, regardless of it if it's offensive.
They can get that VR mode.
The elite jackers. I mean, can you imagine? You see your buddy walking towards the pod with a thing of lotion. He's like, oh, I'm about to go. Yeah, baby. I'd be like, I don't need to know you're going to go jerk off right now.
Like, hey, have a good session, bro.
Yeah, you do you, brother.
I'll be down there pumping some iron. You'll be in there jerking off all over the place.
You're going to use a shake weight?
That's practice. Like you just do that at your desk.
Yeah.
And that's just warming up.
That's just getting you ready.
Yeah. So like before you go.
Or do you think they sit on their hands or falls asleep and they feel like, they're with a stranger?
Some shit. Right. And you're like,
their one hand, they're
like, this new porn out. Right. And you're just like one-handed coding. I know people that can do that.
Kind of ridiculous. I mean, maybe I'm
That's
ridiculous.
a Christmas bonus. You get because you're already got a jerk off booth.
Right.
And it's not like a TV that's these guys, I can't even go into it. They got to be gooed up. Right? They can't be good.
That's what I'm saying. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, do you think it stinks in there?
All right.
If it doesn't smell like jizz, does it smell like chemicals?
I'm all for masks, but that is a situation you're going to want to wear a mask.
If it doesn't smell like sex, do you think it probably smells like harsh chemicals?
Because again, it's not just dudes that are going to be doing that.
And do the cleaning crew have to clean that up every night?
Do they have a male, female? Or is it all?
Like probably unisex. It's probably unisex.
It's a unisex.
It's a family restroom.
Do they have a Sibian in one of them?
What's that?
Those things girls sit on.
Oh.
Just like a horse.
Yeah.
Not like a horse, but you know what I mean?
It's got a dildo you can suction to the chair so you can just ride it.
Like, guys get to do whatever the fuck they want.
Hopefully they're sound fucking proof.
You would hope so, right?
Could you imagine?
Good God.
It's around the corner from you all day. All you hear is, "Oh, Jesus, help me, please."
You need
it feels so
you
good.
need those expensive Bose sound canceling.
Oh,
headphones.
gosh.
Gym rule, wipe down the equipment, wipe down everything. Just don't even trust anywhere now.
Ruben says they had whack shacks on deployment. That's different, though.
That's called a porta potty.
But that's different. That's not somebody who, like...
That's a porta john.
That's a total... Okay, so maybe I'm wrong in thinking this way, but I feel like it's a totally different environment. When you're deployed, you need that shit. When you're job for one day, wait till you fucking go home.
It does. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of what I'm getting at.
You know, when you're deployed, you're gone for...
Osiris, since you just joined, I'm just going to show you this real quick. All right, so this is a jerk pod. You'll see it come up here in a second. You can listen back a couple minutes, and you'll hear the point of this. You could get this coming to an office like yours,
not ours.
Not ours. Jesus Christ! You think there's a lock on the doors, like a car lock? You like clink, or can you roll down the window? Like, hey, can you hand me some tissues? I ran out.
Knock, knock, knock. This one's taken. Again,
we can go on this one forever because I've got all sorts of questions.
The door closed means in use.
Do you wear a rubber in there for jerking off? Because how do you contain it?
You don't. You have a cum rag. You keep at the office. You just keep your cum rag at the office.
You've had since you were a little kid.
And you only take it home to wash it like once a week.
On it.
Use it every day, but you'd only take it home on Fridays.
Jesus Christ.
It's like stiff like a cast by the time you go home on Friday night.
Honey, I didn't say that. How about this next story? Doctor finds whole glass stuck in the rectum of a man who, after he accidentally swallowed it.
Oh, is that what he said? He swallowed it and it ended up in his butt. He's smart. He obviously knows how the human.
That one again.
He obviously knows how the human butt. He's like, I swallowed it and then I was trying to poop it out.
So
and
happy
it got stuck.
Nancy's hanging out with us on the show.
She's
tonight.
giddy about our conversations.
She's like, oh man, she's doing the.
See. I know you're saying that, but I feel like she's like.
Nope, she's literally.
I know, but in my mind, she's going.
It's the weirdest thing.
She's a weirdo.
So, like, in sign language,
now
it's like this. Like when you're cheering, it's like this, right? When you're like applauding or like saying
jazz hands mean applause. Right? Yes.
No, she was doing some sort of creepy shit. So, doctors find whole glass stuck in the rectum of the man after he
swallowed it.
Accidentally swallowed it.
Kinda is what
doctors were left.
Sarah said.
Okay, so motherfucker. Doctors were left baffled. Really? Were they baffled or really?
Jessica said, I learned from Grey's Anatomy that men put lots of things up their buttholes.
Fucking right, dude. I mean, I don't even think it's that. I think you can just like go, like, dudes will put anything up their ass.
Think about Jackass.
People will. Well, that was just
that's a show about putting things in your body that don't belong there.
Not necessarily. Like I remembered one
when
Jackass.
They staple their balls, it doesn't belong there.
Oh, that's different.
When they shove a race car up their ass, it doesn't belong there.
But it was in a rubber so you could pull it out.
Still doesn't belong there.
And then he played off like I woke up and I have my stomach hurts. And so doctors were left baffled after finding a whole glass inside the stomach of a 55-year-old man who claimed he swallowed the cup while drinking tea. The patient was admitted into the hospital in India.
How big does his butthole have to be to put a whole cup up there?
I don't know. With constipation and severe abdominal pain. There's another picture. You can go Google this. I can't share it.
Do you think he probably should have, if he was in that much pain, it should have been like, I shoved a cup up my ass and I can't get it out.
He underwent
Please help me.
an ultrasound, an X-ray, in which doctors located a serious disturbance in his intestines. I'm going to show you the picture of the glass. I'm not going to show them.
Why am I so lucky? Oh, ew.
So, much to their shock, that disturbance turned out to be a whole glass. And it's not a small glass. It's a fucking glass. Right? Doctors tried to remove the glass from the rectum with an endoscopic procedure, but had no such luck. They had no choice but to operate on the man to finally remove it. The embarrassed patient claims he simply swallowed the glass by drinking a cuppa. That means a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Although doctors aren't convinced due to the food pipe being too narrow.
Wait, Ruben, did you say 2 girls, 1 cup? You retracted it too quick. I couldn't see it. Is this a glass half full moment? Well,
glass half full.
Can now like he has to sit on a funny like
donut,
and people will be like, "What happened?"
He sits on everything, evidently.
What happened?
No, he's not sitting on a donut. He's sitting on everything.
Do you think he says, "I had to have
the embarrassment patient claims he did that"? So Dr. whatever, head of the team that operated on him, how the glass got inside the body of the said patient is still a mystery. Thankfully, the patient is currently stable after the curious mishap.
It's gonna suck to poop for like a month for him.
I don't know what to say. I'm come on, bro.
Is this so extraordinary? No, people
glass.
I mean, it was kind of big, and it's very breakable.
All right, so this is the key with the glass.
Here's the thing that's amazing: that he got it up his butt and it didn't break.
All right, hang on. So this is the key with the glass, like a dildo.
Oh, we're having a
lesson.
We're having
it's not
a demonstration
where it would insert
slowly,
easily,
yeah.
Which means if he swallowed it, it's not going to go past the esophagus.
No, he would have died.
But if it's going to go into his bum hole,
that's what I'm saying. How big is his asshole?
To get it,
how much can he relax that sphincter? I mean,
come on.
And then once it's around it, he just started pushing that thing up.
He just sat down.
Oh my Lord, what is wrong with people? Cup runneth over. Ruben said.
I just don't know. I'm like, I'm done with fucking people nowadays. And
because Craig says this is definitely a conversation starter at the new hire orientation for this guy.
Right? Are you the dude that got the
So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
Well,
I shoved a cup up my ass. Well, he doesn't sound like that.
I was drinking some tea. Swallowed a cup.
It ended up in my butthole.
I'm like trying to think, like, everybody's seen like the video where the girls or guys will like put the whole like pint in their mouth and like chug a beer in like 2 seconds or whatever.
Oh,
like, come on.
Said, do you think he goes to the bar and say shots are in me instead of on me? Oh,
hey, you guys can find all the pictures, images, all the stuff that we put on the show out on the Bars Open with Beth and Greg on Instagram or Facebook. So I'll post these all out later.
Well, yeah, because the other ones are just words. I mean, just voices, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So your story's next. So those are have fun following up with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we eat it.
Are we done?
Maybe we should have just end the show on those, for fuck's sake. Wow.
Nancy's still hanging out in the corner. So
kids nowadays.
Nico said he's definitely going to win 2 truths and a lie.
People will be like, yeah, he's like,
oh, I didn't even think of that. Gigi.
What'd she say?
Not to mention the suction issue trying to pull it out.
Oh, I thought of that. That's probably why that cup is broken when they got it out. And that's the thing. So then they had to pull out pieces of. Anyways, okay, I'm moving on.
Thus the picture I can't show you.
And yeah, it's really hard to follow up with anything that's going to be even remotely interesting.
That's all right. Now we're going to get into the like normal
shit.
I had to share those because they were that important.
I think they should have been waited till Friday because that would have been fucking hilarious.
Because on Friday we would never get past those 2 stories.
Exactly.
Ever.
That's the point. You can't get past those stories.
We've got other stories.
Really, you can't get. You're like, I just forget it. Forget it. How do you get over this? The whack off center and the butt stick.
The butt glass.
The butt cup.
He swallowed it though.
All right. So
wrecked him, nearly killed him.
Yeah, seriously. So kids get social media and electronics and all that shit really early, huh? Well, one mom pays her teen son $1,800 to stay off social media for 6 years.
For 6 years?
For 6 years. So when he was 12 years old, she said if you would stay off social media,
$300 a year.
I guess. But at 12 years old, $1,800 sounds like a lot. And I mean, it still is for an 18-year-old.
18?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some kids just don't give a shit about it. But is social media like everything? Or just like not having a phone?
Social media.
Or is that like being on like PlayStation Network?
No, just social media,
Okay,
Snapchat,
no Facebook or whatever.
Instagram,
That's cool.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess he's got older sisters who she really saw, 3 older sisters who she really saw go through
Bunch of
very
bullshit.
trying times with social media.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this, and I'll tell you what I was thinking about a minute ago. And it caused a lot of stress and anxiety and hurt feelings. So when he got his first phone, he signed up for a Snapchat, and his mom was like starting to be weary already. And she was like, how about a challenge? I will give you $1,800 if you stay off social media for the next 6 years.
That's a long time for $1,800. I'm like,
well, at 12 though. And she did say you can quit at any time. So there's no penalty.
Does he get earned?
Nope. He has to get all the way through it.
He could have been one of those fucking super rich kids by then, though. Really, 6 years building a social media following?
Yeah,
Did he hit it right?
Probably not though, because that's like 1 in a million. Otherwise, we'd all be socially rich.
Social media rich?
Yeah,
I know. I understand where you're going.
So she did say he could end it at any time, but he hit 6 years this past Saturday when he turned 18
and
years
now
old.
he's got his own fucking he's got everyone. He's got LinkedIn.
Well, he goes, when I was 12, I thought $1,800 was a lot of money.
Insta.
I had big plans for what I was going to buy back then.
And now he's more famous for being the kid that hadn't been on social media, and he's got like 30 million followers.
Yeah. He said it wasn't difficult. He said it really wasn't difficult to stay off social media. That he said that sometimes
he was on Pornhub and he had one of those things.
Because sometimes he did feel like behind the 8 ball, like with
trends or something,
or
like
TikTok trends and stuff. But if it was that funny, his friends would tell him about it and show he could get involved in the trend that way.
Yeah,
he just didn't see it on social media. So his friends kept him informed. They would keep him going. So now, he did say, I saw my friends being consumed by social media, and I didn't want that to be me. I also learned that people can be really mean over social media, and I saw how damaging that was to people.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, when I was in high school, there was no sort of like AOL. So it was like,
yeah, same with here. Same here.
And so you still had bullies.
Like elementary school, but whatever.
You still had bullies.
No, we just fought bullies.
But I was going to say, you just stuck up.
You had bullies in your locker room.
Your bullies weren't on social media making your life difficult. They had to do it face to face. And if you stuck up to them, they handled it. And let's face it, we both stuck up to them. But so now
I was bullied one time. I was a dick one time. I got my ass kicked.
You were bullied, or you bullied?
I bullied somebody. Oh, learned that lesson real fast.
Somebody tried to bully me.
Oh, I remember.
Beat her ass.
Story. Yeah. Hey.
So now when he's, he's going to use that because he's getting ready to leave for college now, right? And he's going to use that $1,800 to like jazz up his dorm room. So he'll probably have a nice TV, some nice sheets and shit, stuff that most probably freshmen don't have because they don't. I'm going to show you a picture of him. There's several.
Where's he going? Arizona State?
I don't know.
Communications degree? Dude's getting laid every day. He's I would stick to that. I'd be like, you know what? I don't care.
He's a cute kid.
I wouldn't follow anybody back ever.
All right. So you want to see pictures of him?
Right. You don't follow anybody and everybody follows you. So you're now the trendsetter. Like, never done this before. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. So here's.
Right. He could be the trendsetter. He's just like,
and they're
whatever.
in, where, did I say they're in Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
He's going to have a jack off pod. Exactly, Nico. Yep.
So there's him and his mom.
Yeah, cute kid.
Yeah, cute kid.
Big kid. Tall.
This one's cute because it's a birthday, but he is tall. He looks even more filled out. Like in the interview, he's grown up. These are probably still
these are some of his older pictures. Yeah,
but like
blow it up a little bit more, maybe.
Yeah.
There you go.
But there's one. See, he's
it's
kid.
Good.
Here's one.
It is an interesting story though, because now
when he got his first phone,
and it was just a flip phone.
I don't know.
So he had a phone, but he just never.
No, there were iPhones 6 years ago.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
Yeah,
7 years ago.
So
interesting.
Yeah, I just thought I was like, parents can get pretty inventive when they want to.
$1,800 is that worth it though?
For a 12-year-old,
depends on the kid. It's all about the kid.
Absolutely.
How
and knowing that probably he could cancel.
Cash is king, but still like.
Probably that he also knew that he could.
For a 12-year-old, people, I don't know that I understood what like 18. It's a long time ago though. It's like, what's $1,800? My parents were giving me fucking $1,800 for anything.
Yeah, no, you're right.
As for a $20 bill was like,
who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, like, we ain't made him money. The fuck are you talking about?
As my dad would give me a $20 bill just to run out of the house when my mom was going
my
through
house. They were like, go get a fucking job. And I went and got a fucking job.
Give me $20 to get me out of the house when my mom was going through menopause and we would fight like cats and dogs. He's like, here's $20. Go find something to do for 4 hours.
No, there was none of that.
Yeah, there was for me. Thank God.
Yeah.
You know my mom. She was a handful. You should have seen her when she was.
I'm well aware. So on the converse side of this.
Yes.
The converse.
The converse.
So this is from Task and Purpose. And this is something, I don't know the answer to this, right? I thought it was an interesting story or an interesting article that I like I said, I just happened to stumble across. Pentagon worried the Nintendo generation can't survive boot camp because of their weak bones.
Oh, Lord.
The Nintendo generation.
That's not Nintendo. That's the schools getting rid of PE.
They're just calling it it's a game.
I know, but it's because they don't have PE. And they would still get exercise if they left PE in school.
The story. And
Sorry.
I agree. No, you're fine. Sorry. Yeah, but it's not just PE. It's like, do kids hang out outside as much as they used to? I absolutely think the answer is no.
No.
Unless it depends on the parents. Right? Like,
because the kids next door, they're outside all the time.
All the time. I don't think I've ever seen them game on a video game console.
I think they probably
play on their phones.
Yeah, but I think they do some social media, but they're very active children too.
So it all depends on the kids though too. So I don't know. This is an answer, a question. It's not a question. It's just kind of like, what do you think? Recruits of Alpha Company, 1st Recruit Training Battalion, Executive, whatever. A leg sweep take. I don't know what the fuck that is. Sorry, I'm reading it. Sorry. The Department of Defense has once again shown its age and its disdain for, this is kind of an article conversely going against that.
This is an article written by a Nintendo kid?
No. It's written by Task and Purpose, but Task and Purpose can be both ways. Kind of middle.
But it could still be a Nintendo kid.
Maybe. So shown its age for this disdain of those daggone kids and their daggone Nintendos. Daggone. Put out by the military health system, took aim at 18 to 25-year-olds and suggested that they're having a hard time making it through boot camp because literally their bones are brittle from playing too many video games.
I don't think it's their bones. I think it's their constitution.
But I think, so it's their constitution, but
see the big word I used?
Use that. But also bones or ligaments or anything else that has to do with working the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right? Today's recruits are coming from a far more sedentary lifestyle. Makes sense. Compared to previous generations. But every generation, they'll mention this. Every generation after generation.
Is lazier and lazier.
Our generation before us, we're working in factories. And the generation before that, we're working the farms, working the fields. And you didn't know breaking rocks and building whatever. Like every generation. That's kind of the goal with society, is to make shit easier for your kids.
Well, that's the goal of technology too.
Right. Except for in certain circumstances where you need to have a toughness to you.
Well, there needs to be physical activity in everyone's life.
Right. And I'm not saying like, mental toughness, fortitude, physical toughness.
Yeah, but
like where you're durable.
That's
a durability.
That's why I said the Constitution is weak. Like they just don't have the mindset that it's hard, but I can do it.
What's happening? So today's recruits are coming from a far more sedentary lifestyle, like I said, making their skeletons more prone to injuries because they are not used to the intense activity that they will face at basic training.
But we also eat more crap too because things are so like
everything's fucking
chemically everything's chemically treated so that it doesn't go bad.
Right. So, but wait, it gets better. The statement includes a few new Pentagon buzzwords and catchphrases. The Nintendo generation, which I hadn't heard, just kind of, they should be like the PlayStation generation, right? I mean, really.
Nintendo, is that the little boxes you can take everywhere with you?
No, I mean, yeah, it's a Switch, whatever. So the Nintendo generation soldier skeleton is not toughened by activity prior to arrival. So some of them break more easily, said Major Jean-Marc Thibodeau, clinical coordinator at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
I mean, I guess these guys probably do see firsthand the wimpness coming into boot camp, but I still don't know. I still don't know if it's video gaming that's causing
being unfit. Problem.
Yeah,
is the problem. The age bracket being discussed here is 18 to 25, places those prospective recruits squarely within Gen Z. which includes those born between 97 and 2012. So I graduated college in 97. No, I moved to Arizona in 97. So I was 20.
Right.
I was mountain biking every day. I didn't own a console anymore or anything like that. Got a console when I moved in with he had a console, like I don't remember which one it was. We played video games, but we also were outside all the time.
Right. Right. Well, we also grew up in a generation where you were outside.
And we have
playing.
a PlayStation.
And we play sometimes
downstairs. Played once. I played once in a couple of years. I
play once every couple months.
Right. So it's just different. It's a different lifestyle, I think. And I'm not bagging on anybody. It's just, I really think I don't think it's the kid's fault in these circumstances a lot of times. What do we do? What do you see parents do? I'm not blaming the parents because I understand.
You're going to talk about when they're in restaurants and they give them an
iPad. Or you give them the phone, or you give them whatever, right?
Yeah, but I think that there's a difference. So I know plenty of parents that did that.
And that's fine.
My goddaughter grew up that way, but she still goes and does cheerleading and, you know, she still does things outside of, and she grew up with an iPad.
So what do you do?
So did her brother. He grew up with an iPad and he plays baseball and football.
Maybe it's just the balance.
It is. It's a balance, and it's the parents setting that,
right.
Not expectation, but planting that habit that they're always still physically active, even if they play their video games.
Yeah. So it says, for once, it's not millennials that everybody's bitching about, despite the use of the phrase Nintendo generation, which typically refers to millennials. That's what I was saying. It's like a PS3 generation or something like that.
Right.
A generation that served America's longest period of sustained conflict.
And here's probably the thing that's funny is the millennials are probably the ones complaining about the Gen Zs now, just like Gen X was the one complaining about millennials. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
It's also worth noting that the statement, which suggests that one's skills in video games is inversely proportional.
Because you have to think about it this way.
Hang on one second. I'll finish the statement. I know where you're going to go. To their military readiness conflicts with the Department of Defense recent messaging on the matter. So, saying just this month, the military put out another news release saying that playing first-person shooters actually makes Marines and sailors a bit more combat ready.
I was just about to say.
The research suggests that it improves speed at which they learn new.
Yeah, I was just about to say, because you have to think about it from like
it to be quick,
right?
To move fast.
and yeah.
Granted, this can relate to
reaction time.
Yeah. Gun on point.
So I was going to think so that it challenges their mind and
Logan
also
said he's
gets
playing
them
PS2 right now. Nice, dude.
Sweet. What you playing? So it provides a different skill when you play video games as well.
Yeah,
because as we saw, I have none when we played that driving game.
And I'm relying on learned habits because I played Need for Speed.
Well, now I'm going to put it on easy
when I was younger.
We'll put that MFR on easy,
time, right?
and
I love that game.
I'm going to kick some ass.
So this is a good kind of note here. That's not to say that's to say nothing of the energy, money, and various military branches have poured into esports teams. There was another line in here. Can't find it right off the top. It's just an interesting thing, right? So it does say a few weeks of deliberate fitness preparation before shipping out can basically alleviate.
And if you know this about your guys coming in,
that's on the recruiters.
But there's things that you can do to help them prepare.
The big thing is like acute fractures.
Because remember when Christian was going to go in, he started going to those.
He got flat foot and then pussied out.
Well, he started going to those workouts that they had to get them ready for boot camp. Yeah. I mean, there are things that you can say in order for if you want to survive this.
He didn't want to go.
These are the things you're going to need to do.
He didn't want to go. Joey, on the other hand, or Joe, my nephew, his brother.
Still Joey to me too.
Yep. He trained. He started working out. My brother, the Marine, put him through. He's like, "This is what you're gonna have to do, dude." Mm-hmm. And he was fucking ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different lifestyles. Christian just had a different lifestyle.
Well, Christian is very much a video gamer, so he meets that criteria of 18 to 25.
Call me out, bitch.
And Joe does too, but Joey's never been a big video gamer. He's more of he
play, but he's a music guy.
He's a musician.
It's different.
He uses his brain a lot for other things.
Yep. It's interesting. It's a good thing.
But it's funny that their brothers grew up in the same household and how
almost
different they are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole study in and of itself.
Great kids.
Both of them.
And even
Christian's getting married in October. Holy shit.
I know. And Joey's sister, different
from both of them.
Perspective on
and
life
she's a
altogether.
twin.
Yep. She's Joey's twin.
So she's completely different.
Yep.
So you can't put kids in a box.
Can't. Absolutely. But you know what you can put in a box? A dick.
Dick in a box?
Just kidding. But you
What's
can
in the
go out
box?
to myfamilyseasonings.com and you can buy a bunch of fucking seasoning from them. And you can use the discount code 20% off. Good gravy. Oh, good gravy.
Oh, good gravy.
They've got all sorts of good shit. These are our friends. We've talked about them a million times, but go out, check them out. myfamilyseasonings.com. They are family owned and operated down in Florida. The owner's running for the 14th district for Congress in the 14th district.
Oh, cool.
And then that's where Brian and Allison are basically, managing the day-to-day operations of myfamilyseasonings.com. So 20% off. Use the code GOODGRAVY and you'll get hooked up there. Tell them we sent you.
I'm glad my YouTube froze up. Like I wasn't getting anybody's comments.
Cut a hole in the box.
That's why all of a sudden I closed
Step
it.
2. Stick
And
your
now
dick
it's
in the
open.
box.
Did Logan say what he was playing?
I know he didn't. He said he's multitasking.
Hey.
I don't know. What do we got? What do we got in the comments and the boards here? He's playing PS2. Logan, do
Cut
you
a
mean
hole in
you're
the
playing
box.
with yourself and Nancy's picture?
What?
I can send you. I've got a couple other pictures. So over in the right-hand corner, that's leaning Nancy. So just say hi, punch your computer screen, and move along. All right. So this
Rainbow
next one,
6-3. That's a shoot 'em up game, right?
Yeah, is that Tom Clancy? Rainbow 6?
I think it is.
Yeah,
I believe so.
yep. That's another game.
What'd you say?
You need to pull this one up for me.
Oh, okay. You texted it to me, right?
Yep. Women. This is really, I don't have a lot of context behind this. I saw this on Davey's actual Instagram and went to the video. I pulled it up. I think it's a Tim Kennedy video.
It is Tim Kennedy.
And
Hold on.
it's pretty incredible. So you're just going to have to make sure you
Can you
pause
mute
it.
me, please?
mute you. Beth's cough still. It comes and goes. She works out outside and you good? You gonna make it? You gonna make it? All right, you back? All right.
I'm gonna sneeze now, but yes. I'm not. What happens, right? I cough.
She's gonna sneeze.
I sneeze.
She's gonna sneeze.
And then I'm fine.
Just don't die live on air.
Don't die. I
Or
mean,
do
that
die
might
live on
help
air.
get some more
Because if you die live on air,
followers.
you know it's not my fucking fault.
No. Well,
And then
we
I get
don't know.
all the insurance.
Because you could have done something to the Chick-fil-A for all we know.
Oh, that's true. I could have put a little rat
Put a
poisoning
little
on
something in my
it. A little
soda.
rat poisoning on there.
All right, you want me to play this bad boy?
All right, so you got to blow this up as much as you can. Can you turn your laptop the other way? Or whatever the thing is. All right, can you blow it up that way?
Nope.
Is there a fucking full screen on this?
This is Instagram.
God damn it. Anyway, I'll share this out, but I want to watch this. Just go ahead and hit play.
It.
Okay, just hit play.
I am.
But what you're going to see in this
All right.
is, so this little girl,
It's the guy in the
is
green
getting
shirt.
ice cream.
I knew it. I
you
could
see
tell
the
by a
circle
creeper.
around him, right? This is creepy, and I think the lady serving him is an amazing portion.
Serving her, you mean?
Or serving her, rather. She goes and gets the ice cream, and then she just pays attention. So Davey said,
this in Mexico?
Kennedy, I think so. It's South America, absolutely. So Tim Kennedy gave a breakdown.
Yeah, because he was coming closer.
You see him
And then
step up,
when she comes out, he goes back further.
and then this car door is open on kind of like adjacent to them.
I see him. Yeah, next to that yellow billboard thingy.
Like this, the lady that's working the little kiosk.
Mm-hmm.
You watch. She skirts around. She keeps an eye. And then she hauls ass. Watch. Right about now. Right when. Right?
So here's the thing. I feel like that's probably somewhere where sex trafficking is huge.
Everywhere. So I think that's part of what Davey said is gives it like they drug him up and then they become sex.
Oh, that's so scary.
Right? Sex trafficked, and then they end up dying in a handful of years or whatever.
So I feel like I don't want to say like
she did save that little girl's life.
She totally did, but I felt like there's something that she's either seen it happen before or
she's been. It's happened to her.
I bet they didn't get the license plate of that car.
Watch. She comes back. She comes running back. She grabs her phone, and she starts videoing that car because the guy turns around. And that's the car in the background. So she had the wherewithal, got whatever she could. Is that amazing?
She's calling 911 or whatever is in her area.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So I'll share that again. And
that's scary.
It is scary. It's scary. As fuck. But that's where it's like for everybody to be on the lookout for everybody's kids.
Well,
it's not just your kids. It was other people's
I think what
kids.
helped is she probably saw him before, and when she went in, he started wandering closer. She came out, he wandered further back. I mean, there's just some fishy stuff happening from the start, but fucking good for her, dude. She's a hero.
Yeah. Goddamn. I mean, that's exactly it. Fucking hero.
I mean, just because from the scary perspective, they could have said, fuck it, we're taking you both.
She was like willing to put herself, she literally physically put herself in between them and then just hurried them along. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing.
And I think you could tell that girl's a fighter. So she wouldn't have been an easy capture. And it would have been a bigger scene than they would have been with the little girl.
Yeah. Davey said she was aware of the kidnapper's behaviors and body language. That's exactly it.
So creepy.
Absolutely. 100%. But it is creepy, but it's always there. Right? Like Houston is a huge hub here in Texas, evidently for
unfortunately.
Texas, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was going to say Texas because we're so close to the border.
Right. And we have such a big border here. It's like, if you can see, if you can call out anything. Fucking, you know what? Even if you call out and you're wrong.
Better safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry.
I think the police will rather you be wrong. I don't know what's going on with my laptop.
You would rather be
my iPad.
Wrong.
Yeah. Than have thought about it. And then later you find that person was taken. Then you're like, shit.
So cheers to her. I don't know that lady's name.
Cheers.
I'm sure she's all over the fucking internet at this point.
Senorita ice cream girl.
Ice cream lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So go out and share that video. Like I said, it's on Davey's page as well. It's in his stories. It's where I got it from. And thank you for sharing that, Davey. I'm glad you did. So you can also go out to modernmountaineer.com and you can pick out some damn nice shirts. If you want a bar is open shirt,
damn nice shirt.
We got some damn nice shirts out there. We got a handful left. We gave out a few when we were out in Austin. Yeah. But we got a handful. We got some women's out there. We got some men's out there.
We got to start working on Whiskey Kitty.
We got Whiskey Kitty shirt coming up, which is going to be a ladies only shirt. That's going to be a cool one.
Yeah. I just have to figure out what color I want it in.
Yep. It's a Whiskey Kitty. So more to come on that one. But nonetheless, go out there, go out to the Bars Open on, and check out all of his other shit too. He's got a million different things out of Modern Mountaineer. Of course, that's Bill Schofield, right? Everybody knows that. Come on, modernmountaineer.com. Go check them out. Hank the Tank, are you back up?
Yeah. I don't know what it was. It's like when I changed the orientation, when it was an Instagram, it kind of sent everything like haywire.
Okay. Hank the Tank, what's the update? So remember last week? I think it was Friday.
I might have lied.
Maybe it was Wednesday. We had a Hank the Tank episode. Your shit's upside down. That's why.
No, I know. I just did it because I.
You okay?
So Hank the Tank turns out to be a total of 3 bears.
Yep.
So apparently there's 3 fat bears.
3 fat bears.
So DNA evidence, which is hilarious that they did DNA evidence.
So these bears are from there. If their DNA goes back long enough that they've collected it and captured it or whatever, they're like the locals,
right? But that they did.
I'm from Hampton,
DNA evidence on these break-ins.
It's like being able to tell like the Seabrookers.
No, what I'm saying is like your house got broken into by the bear. He ate your food. They did DNA evidence.
Come on.
It's kind of funny. I mean, maybe it's a small town and this was like really exciting for them.
3 different DNAs.
Yeah. DNA evidence now shows that the 500-pound black bear that public has named Hank the Tank is in fact at least 3 not so little bears who have damaged more than 30 properties around Lake Tahoe in recent months.
Does it have the other names for them? There's the big guy.
Because they didn't know it was three of them.
There's 3 bears. I think at least.
So you can't really give the other 2 names yet if you didn't know that
they've nicknamed them. I don't know.
They didn't know if there was. Oh no. Let's see. Hold on. The bears are responsible for more than 150 incident reports.
Yeah. Jess, those memes you did find were gold. The ones where I sent it to you. It was basically telling you to stop fucking buying.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What you didn't tell them is we stocked up for like breakfast tacos for the next morning. So it wasn't just like I was drunk eating again or drunk ordering. I mean, I was drunk
$80 in Taco Cabana or whatever.
Babe, you got a burrito and 5 tacos.
I got a burrito and 2 tacos.
No, you got a burrito, you got a parada, you got a Matamoros and 2 breakfast tacos. That's 5. Learn how to count math.
Learn how to count math?
Yeah, learn how to
use your maths.
I also got
17 tacos.
3 tacos and a thing of soup.
And the worst part is they forgot half our shit.
Oh yeah, I still had to go motherfucking drive over there and get it.
Anyway, go on. Hank the Tank.
Yeah, but he did share that with me, and I was like, you didn't tell anybody that we got lots of food on purpose this time. Okay. Also known. Okay, so Hank, Jake, and Yogi.
There you go.
Or simply Big Guy.
Big Guy. Yeah.
Then the solo bear was what one wildlife official described as severely food habitual bears that had lost all fear of people and thinks of them as a food source.
So they did not kill them. They didn't euthanize them.
No.
They just tranked them and they're moving them out.
Okay, so maybe it's further down.
Yeah, they're just tranking them and they're just moving them to a completely
I know
different
because
area.
the neighbors, the
so they go
community
on
said,
fucking a diet.
Community said they didn't want them killed.
That was a big thing. Yeah, exactly.
So just an easy update on that.
Hey, would you ever buy a doghouse?
No.
What about a doghouse for $44,000?
No.
What this doghouse for $44,000?
Let me go back to my.
You know why this doghouse is worth $44,000, honey? I'll tell you as soon as I can find the fucking story. Doghouse struck by a meteorite. It's taking a minute here. Is worth $44,000. And evidently, my little phone app. Did the internet go down? Like just on our cell phones? Evidently. So anyway, if you wanted to buy a house, a doghouse.
Is that the hole that's in the roof right there?
That little hole over on the side of the house.
And now it makes that house $40,000?
$44,000.
Why?
Because it was hit by a fucking meteorite.
I certainly hope the dog wasn't in it.
Evidently, this story is too old. And it doesn't want to come up.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to share this.
The dog wasn't hit, was he?
No, the dog, it was just literally sitting in.
Do you think the dog's name is Rover?
I don't remember because it doesn't come up.
Or Ralph?
Let's go with Ralph.
Ralph?
What do you think, Ralph?
I've always
nonetheless, it literally just got auctioned off for $44,000.
People are idiots.
People are idiots. But it's like one of those things. Like, do you really need to make 40? Yes, I want to make the $44,000 because then you put it straight into Bitcoin.
You buy one. You buy one
to the moon. Or do you put that one in fucking what's the other? Not Doge.
Shiba Inu?
Do you put that one in Shibu?
No.
Because the dog thing you buy in
I get
low, it's like $44,000 I didn't have before. A fucking meteorite hit it.
Ruben said Pluto, but I hate to break it to you.
There's an R on it.
There's an R on it.
I don't know.
Maybe his name was Ruben.
So there we go. Oh, doghouse that was struck by a meteorite.
19.
Fragment in April 19, complete with a hole in the roof, is among the items sold at Wednesday's Christie's auction of rare meteorites. Oh, that's why.
Meteorite is a meteorite show.
Yeah. So nonetheless, it said it had a high estimate of $300,000, but it did sell for $44,000. So you think
$300,000? Who would pay that?
Some asshole. It's got too much money, too much time.
Yeah.
Energy. All of the above. Like, I'll just go bang a hole and then throw a rock through it. Be like, dude, it's a fucking meteorite. I'll call it the new owner's glory hole.
There you go.
Whatever you want. I'll put one of those I'll put a VR station in it for him. How about that? Like, here's your little literally a Jack Shack. God damn. Boom.
Sometimes.
I'm going to start making those and selling them at Helotus Days on the weekends.
Oh.
Jack Shacks. And I'm going to have Jack Mandeville fucking sign every one. Friday Night Jack Seth. It'll come with an iPad.
Yeah, you good luck with that.
$2,000. Jack
really
Shack.
Good luck with that.
With an iPad 3 or something like that, or whatever they are. Right? Like a refurbished one. So you're not really spending a lot of money.
Okay, we're done with this silly conversation.
See how this business, anybody wants to go into business, just let me know. So reach out, DM me.
Stupid.
Make a Jack Shack. We'll get Jack Mandeville to sign them off. It'll be the signature Jack Shack.
Okay, do you have any more stories?
Of course I do.
Okay.
What's your next story?
I don't have a next story.
Why not? Let's get into the some
feel goods? Feel goods?
No. Well, we can get into feel goods. Yeah.
Goods.
Yours.
Feel goods. So mine has a little video.
Jack Shack.
I was watching the show that I watch to sometimes get topics, and it's acting really
Start
weird.
crying.
No, why would I cry?
I don't know.
It's cute.
She's got the Chihuahua.
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 Chihuahua. You asked me how you spell Chihuahua, and I said Chihuahua, and you were like,
fucking J in there.
You're like, oh my gosh, it is really how you spell it. I was like, no shit, Sherlock.
How often do you spell Chihuahua? Chihuahua.
But I say it like that every time we see a Chihuahua. Give me a sec.
Go on. What's wrong with your shit? Is it working? You want my phone? You can put it in my phone.
Got it. Okay, so anyway, one of the news things that they were talking about is this guy.
Lloyd, are you lonely?
What would he say?
He goes, we need a Jack Shack at the studio like the sex doll.
Is he in Austin again?
He's coming back and forth, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you turn it on for me.
There we go. Okay.
So this gentleman takes his dogs with him on motorcycle rides.
Nice.
And over the pandemic, he built hoods for his Chihuahuas.
I mean, hoods.
Helmets. They're helmets.
Oh, do you like?
They're fucking helmets.
That's awesome.
On his dogs. If you keep watching, look how cute. There's one in front and there's one in back.
That's pretty rad.
That is so cute, right? And he's trying to take them. They recently
Plus
had a baby.
They work as like human flesh bags if you fall off.
Oh, you're a dickhead.
Flesh bags.
But look, the puppy's like.
They are cute, but they are flesh bags. Like it's kind of like an airbag when it's a flesh bag. It is what it is.
There is fundamentally something wrong with you.
It is what it is.
Look at how cute they are. And it fits their snouts.
Yep. Oh, so it sticks out.
No, it fits over their snouts. So they don't have to get squished.
Outside,
right.
Yeah. They don't get bug up their nose.
Then there was video. So they just recently had a kid and the dogs were feeling a little neglected. So he started
dogs
taking,
were feeling neglected. So he asked them.
Yeah, he said that I don't know how they know. You just know your dogs.
They're like
he started taking them for
fucking pawing.
He started taking them for motorcycle rides, and at first he only had sunglasses on them. And then over the pandemic, he was like, I bet you I can make helmets for these dogs. And he could probably sell those bad boys.
Like, you need to turn those things into.
She probably said, you need a flipping hobby because you're driving me nuts.
Flesh survival kits.
And he said, I'm going to make helmets. And now
if you're going to still ride that motorcycle.
I don't know if he had somebody design them for him.
He could have just put it on CAD or something like that.
I don't know. It's pretty cool though.
Scan the dog's head.
Super cute. I like it. I like it.
Print.
My other feel good.
Oh, you have two?
Is that you fixed my baby Yoda. He was an unprovoked Yoda attack.
Yoda attack. By the dog who's literally, this thing's literally covered in hair.
Unprovoked,
I put that bitch back
unprovoked
together.
Baby Yoda attack because I panicked.
That's the difference between me and you. I put it back together by memory.
Thanks for taking the kindness that I was about to give you just went out the flying window. Or flew out the window.
I almost killed the dog, by the way. All the pieces.
But it was an unprovoked attack. Yeah. We need to move him.
It was up there, and Lucy just grabbed him off. And
she's been doing that so much lately.
She's an asshole. She
ate a whole paper towel the other day. I was like, you. And then she tries to act cute afterwards. I'm like, negative, Ghost Rider.
I'm going to buy a shit ton of guns this weekend. That's my feel good.
Okay. Guess what I'm buying this weekend?
You're Louie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll look at
I know that's dink things, but I haven't bought a new gun.
That's your feel good for real? That's.
Yeah. I haven't bought a new pistol.
I mean, that's not.
I've been given pistols and stuff like that, but I haven't gone out and bought myself a pistol.
I only receive pistols. So, I don't get to buy my own.
That is a feel
I'm breaking out in vaginas again. Like
you don't get
did
a purse
all day Saturday. You're not the owner of me.
Goddamn right I am.
No, you're not. I make my own money, bitch.
Contract. You signed that contract and said you are the owner of me.
I make my own money.
And I was like, thank you.
And I just got a raise, so I make almost as much money. Not really, not even close.
It's all good though. It's hours, honey. I'm going to spend hours on guns.
I'm going to spend mine on purses and then hours on something else.
Okay, good for you. So anyway, go out and support your local 2A, your local gun shops. I'm excited to do it. It's been a long time.
You still getting the one you told me about?
I'm getting several of the ones.
You're not getting several.
I'm getting all of them.
No. Okay, so let's talk about the horrible movie.
You're not as excited about this as I am.
No. Let's talk about the horrible movie that you made me watch.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh my gosh. And I get it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is
all right. The Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I get that Texas Chainsaw Massacre by proxy is just gory.
It is literally a throwback gore movie. It's literally, what was it, an hour and 20 minutes? Hour and 20 minutes. 4 minutes.
Because they know people can't survive longer than that.
Beth was like, oh my God, what am I watching? And I was like, it is
to the point where, because I read and watch that, I literally was like, I can't see the TV. I can't see the TV.
So chainsaws, blah, 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 blah. So if you're into that shit, there's no plot line.
There's
not. It's very small.
It's very fast.
And just,
I mean, the actors were good because it's hard.
They sucked.
No, they really didn't, because it's hard to be good in a gore movie.
But it's a very LA vibe. And what I mean by that is, go watch it. You'll see what I'm saying. Like, they show up in a Tesla.
Yeah.
Instead of the girl running down the street.
Super retro.
Like I'm not giving anything away. Instead of the girl running down the street.
Running away from them, she's getting driven away by the auto.
The Tesla's literally driving
autopilot.
Yeah. So like, I'm not giving anything too much away there. But in betweens, it's brutal.
I mean,
it's brutal.
And it made me realize that, like, sometimes I'm like,
that's not your style of movie.
No, I'm more of the suspense, scary.
That was the one I fell asleep on
Saturday. I'm more of the suspense, good versus evil, paranormal. Yeah. This was definitely more like Saws. This was definitely like Saws, where it's just gore to be gory.
No, Saw is not. No. Saw is got a storyline behind. Yes. This had a very thin veil of a storyline.
It's still a storyline, but it still has. It was more about like, it was more about the killings.
Who's trying to do it, and that is Saws like that too.
But I'm saying in the sense that it was like Saws, that it's just gore.
It was gore
to be gory.
It was gore to be gore. Yeah.
Like the very end, the way she dies, I was like, oh fuck, oh. I was like, Mother Greg, I hate you. Or what did I say? I was like, that's it.
I knew it was coming.
You're watching a Hallmark mystery movie with me.
I even told you, I was like, it's not over
yet. Yeah, but I even said, I'm going to make you watch a Hallmark mystery movie.
Instead we watched a 4-hour fucking Superman movie.
You act like it wasn't good.
I thought over it. I don't think it was that good. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I don't know when you became
4 hours. They could have cut that bitch to 2:30. He could have, and it would have been fun.
But how much more information do we get from this version of it that we're like, oh, that totally should have been in the first one, because it's a major part of the series.
It only matters if they make another one after that, and they're not going to.
They will.
No, there's too much bullshit from that one. Fucking the new Batman's coming out this weekend.
I know.
It's not shithead. It's not fucking Heater Ben Affleck.
Well, and that we did have that conversation. I was like, how do you think the switch in Batman is going to impact this?
I don't know. I've seen like a couple of previews. I know a lot of people are going to see the new Batman this weekend. It's kind of like
I would never go on the opening weekend.
Batman, and then it's got
Edward.
Yeah, Edward, your guy from fucking Twilight, vampire guy.
I'm blanking on his real name.
Edward Snowden.
No, not Edward Snowden.
No. And then what's her name? Zoe. Not Zoe. God damn it.
I think her name. How about I just go to
we suck at names if you haven't.
IMDb.
But anyway, it's just going to be different. So I don't know. I just don't know. I liked it, but I was like, God damn, it was 4 hours. And in real life,
what else did you have to do?
Anything.
Because you proceeded to fall asleep after that for like 4 hours.
Zoe Kravitz, thank you, you guys.
You fell asleep for like 4 hours after that.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
not on.
Oh, was that Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh.
But nonetheless, what did you guys think about it? Did you watch it? Did you invest the 4 hours and 5 minutes? Because we did watch it at home. I couldn't imagine watching that.
I couldn't watch it at the movie theater.
But
because it took us more like 5. Because
that's what I'm saying. We're doing laundry
and dogs
shit around the house, right?
And so it wasn't like we had
right. I don't know.
A ton of other stuff to do. It was either that movie or we were going to watch so we signed up for HBO Max. I can't remember the reason why we signed up for HBO Max.
For a month or something.
No, it's but we signed up for HBO Max, and this is one of the movies. There's a ton of movies that played at the theater that are on HBO Max, and I
don't know. Anyway, you guys, if you liked it, I mean, I'm not saying it was like terrible. It was better than the 2 hour, but goddamn, it was long.
I'm super excited because we also got stars because I've been told I will like Outlander.
Oh, by Celine? Yeah.
Has
anybody
Ian's
watched Outlander?
Too, Ian said.
I don't even know what the fuck it's about or who's in it.
So I don't know if you've ever seen The Spy Who Dumped Me.
No.
Okay, then you don't know the guy.
Okay. Spy Who Dumped Me.
Yeah, it's got Mila
Jovovich.
No, not Jovovich. Ashton Kutcher's wife.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, I know
and the chick from Saturday Night Live who was also in Ghostbusters. Blonde chick.
Oh, I know which movie. Yeah,
He was the spy in that movie.
Okay. Anyway, I'll let you do that. I started watching.
Oh, you'll let me do that?
I'll let you watch. I mean,
okay. You'll let me experience that.
Yeah, on your own.
No, I'm going to make you watch it because you made me watch Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I'm not watching it. I can just go hang in the garage. You know me.
We are going to watch.
So real quick. Yeah. Vikings Valhalla. I finished that last night.
The new one?
The new Vikings.
Already?
There's like 7 episodes. So it was pretty quick watch.
How long are they? Can't be very long, obviously.
50 minutes, something like that. Long. But if you're into like the Vikings ones, it was pretty good. It follows another character.
Cool.
Pretty good.
And then
bloody,
I saw
gory, all the other stuff.
Geez. The other one is too, though, right? Vikings is pretty gory.
Yeah.
Well, they're Vikings, so that's par for the course.
What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Just joining. We're at the end of the show.
Jessica, you liked yes, Robert Patch. Jessica liked the 4-hour movie that we watched.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay. No spoilers. That's all I'm just saying. It was good. It was bloody and gory. It was just good.
And then I saw something we were going to start watching. It's called The Worst Roommates Ever, and it's based off heinous real experience roommate stories.
Oh, the worst roommate ever. So that's what I was going to bring up real quick. So I'm not going to give any.
Ruben says he has 1 episode left.
Spoilers. Yeah. Last episode's pretty good. Of course. But they're all pretty good, you know. Oh, I do want to. No, I'm going to save this. I'll save this other story for for Friday. It's just a quick initial because it came out Tuesday.
Yeah, the roommates.
Yeah. I'm just waiting.
Well, that was yesterday, and that's when I saw it last night. I was like, oh, we need to watch that.
To my goddamn Wi-Fi. I'm not connected to my goddamn Wi-Fi. That's where the problem's happening.
Gosh darn Wi-Fi.
Goddamn Wi-Fi.
Jessica said Outlander. She likes Outlander.
Outlander. Okay. Yeah.
I've been told because it's like a live action
or next door neighbor. You'd like Celine too, Jess.
It's like my romance
she's right up your guys' alley. Yeah. So Netflix latest true crime worst roommate ever landed on streaming platform on Tuesday, and viewers have wasted no time getting stuck in the documentary. So it says basically, I'm just going to jump ahead a couple things. It said the 5-parter looks into 4 cases, including that of the death house landlady who murdered at least 9 former lodgers before
I think Ghost Adventures has been there.
Okay. Before cashing their social security checks, as well as international con artist Yusuf Khater, who's convicted of attempted murder and fraud.
Yeah,
the program also.
Damn it. We have one more Hellbound.
Details the case of Casey Joy, who murdered his 36-year-old college roommate. And then finally, squatter Jameson Bachman, who is later found to have murdered his own brother. But it goes into all the details. Wow. Could you imagine being a friend? Like
this is somebody you hung out with? Like you didn't live with them.
Or you just have a super sociopath. Like my wife is fucking BTK or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Or I am. I'm not. But just putting that fucking out there.
But
security cameras all in the house.
So we have that. We have one more. Think about that.
Like that's just creepy as fuck.
We have one more episode of Hellbound.
Get into it. Yep. Hellbound's pretty interesting.
It is. I called it from the start. We think we're onto something. We're onto something.
You guys know what Hellbound is? If you don't, it's on Netflix. It's a I think it's a South Korean show,
I was going to say Korean.
And they're dealing with like paranormal things.
Well, they're dealing with
out and you get like
it's not necessarily paranormal.
You're gonna die in 14 days.
An angel comes to you and says you're going to die, and
then these monsters come out and like
when it's your time,
beat the living shit out of you.
They leave, and then they set you on fucking fire before they send you to hell.
A blue fire.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
interesting.
It's for a little while it was a lot to follow with the whole
and then it's almost
two
like
separate factions, and I was like, I'm getting confused.
Japanimation voiceovers.
Yeah,
like blah, 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 blah.
And all he said was fun.
It's like how
all he said was, I want a hot dog, but it was like
yeah. So it's like good. No shit.
So when we finish Hellbound, do we start Worst Roommate Ever, or do we finish Witcher?
No, we
watched Worst Roommate Ever, I think.
It's only 4 episodes or 6 episodes, something like that. So.
We got it.
All right. Today in history, the most important day in Texas history. This is Texas Independence Day. Did you know that? Today's Texas's Independence Day. A handwritten document proclaiming Texas was freeing itself from rule by Mexico is 186 years old today. It was March.
Isn't it weird that the state isn't very old?
I know. Well, coming from like New Hampshire, or like my town was from fucking 1636.
Yeah, that's why it's so fucking haunted.
Right? It was March 2nd, 1836, Texas Independence Day, when historians believe the original and 5 copies of the Declaration were made and signed by 59 men at Washington on the Brazos. Where the hell's that? Is that downtown?
I think so.
Like San Antonio? Probably like San Antonio. Right?
I think in the surrounding areas.
Yeah. With the creation of the revolutionary document, settlers broke away from Mexico to create the Republic of Texas. The new republic was led by interim president David G. Burnett until the election of President Sam Houston later that year. A lot of people know Sam Houston, right?
Yeah.
Houston.
There's a college named after him.
We have a problem. Houston,
we have a problem.
The original document remains. Texas remained a republic for 9 years until being annexed by the United States in 1845, making it the 28th state to be admitted to the Union, and the only state that still has the right to secede. So
it's very Texas.
Every other state can go fuck themselves. We can be like, we're on our own. We're good.
Meh.
So, cheers.
Meh.
All right. That's it for tonight, guys. We will be back with Bill fucking
and Whiskey
Nooner Nation Schofield on Wednesday. We tried to get his wife on here too because we think
she's hilarious.
She is hilarious. Saturday, we'll be dropping a bunch of episodes. The 9th episode, don't skip ahead. There's a lot of good information there.
When you get to the 9th episode.
Yeah. Let's go 1 through. It'll take you about 27
They're not long. They're only like 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I almost said 30 seconds, but and Whiskey, you forgot Whiskey.
Whiskey Friday. We'll get something celebratory.
All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers, you guys. We love you. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight.
Love you guys.
It's been an awesome Wednesday. We hope you brought you some fun shit. Smash the button on your way out.
You're going to think about a cup for the rest of the week.
Just don't put anything in your buttholes unless somebody's attached to it. Somebody's attached to it, then it's fine.
Bye on that note.
Right?
Bye.
Isn't that the way to do it? Just if somebody's attached, it's okay. I think. Hey, cheers, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Catch you later.
Weirdo.
Just attach somebody to it.
Oh.